Hi, everyone. Let's talk about what is a weekly something. What a weird name. A weekly something is yet another thing that I made up. And I've used this in different classes before. We will be using them in Learning Cycle 4 and possibly longer. We'll see how it goes and what I decide to do. So, the weekly something will be a 2-page piece of paper that you get on Mondays. So here's the two sides of the first one. We are starting in week 20. And yay. We're starting in week 20. And you'll get it on Monday and it will be due the following Monday. This week, since it's the first week of the quarter and we're just getting started, you're receiving it on Thursday and it will still be due Monday. So we'll start that rhythm next week. And you're going to complete both sides and then you're going to turn it into the turn-in file. All right, so if we look at this, your due date will be here. That's very helpful. You're going to put your name and you're going to put your class period to ensure that you get credit for this work and that you don't lose it. You're going to complete both sides. And it says you'll turn it in after you score yourself for the seminar each week. So every Monday, we'll start having a seminar. After that, you'll complete the second side of this document here. Do not do this section early because then it will be less accurate. I mean, you could do a little bit of your notebook writing and scoring your week, but you really want to have your seminar included in your reflection. But I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so let's go back to the first side. There's a work checklist. This is similar to the checklist we've been using. And these are the tasks that you're getting done connected to this weekly something and some of the stuff we're doing in class. So this will help you track your work each week, similar to some of the other trackers we've used this year. So every week you're going to be awesome. And the lesson for this is in your heart. You know how to be awesome. The category for this work is must do. It means you have to do it. And you should do this every day. Second task, design a 2-pager in your notebook to track your independent reading. You've probably done that already. If so, you can check that off. This was introduced, so the lesson for it was introduced in class on Wednesday, and this is a must-do assignment. And it is due Thursday by end of class or by the end of the week for sure. Next task, create a new reading goal for quarter 3. We started thinking about this on Wednesday. That's when we talked about it, and you should have it done by the end of the week. Summative grading notes, that's the green sheet activity we did in class on Wednesday, and it's a must-do, and you should get it done by the end of Thursday. Complete the introductory reading and notes. That's on side 2 of this page. You'll learn about that in class on Thursday. Must do. Due on Monday before the seminar, etc. So you get an idea of how this works. Down here, you'll have different questions and activities each week. So not all the weekly somethings will be the same, but they'll all have this work tracker, something for you to respond to. And then on the back is sort of where you're doing some sort of reading response. And this is sort of replacing for now the article of the week. This week, I'm giving you a reading. Next week, you're going to start having choices of extra materials you can look at or read, and then you'll respond to them here. So this week, it asks you to think about a quote from the book we're going to read and some our essential questions about being invisible. Now, we haven't started the unit yet, so this is just sort of your initial thoughts. What do these ideas mean to you? You can read the quote and see if you can figure it out. Make sure you read the instructions and fill this space when you're writing. Don't just write one line and stop. On the back is the reading area. So we've got a few things here. One, here's a link to the vocab you're going to learn about on Thursday, so you can keep practicing on Quizlet. And then here's the reading. You're going to get a paper copy in class, as it says here. But this is also a link to a digital copy in case you're sitting somewhere with your phone and you want to look at it. And you can use the QR code or you can use this link, this bit.ly in your browser. Speaking of the vocab, this little box is for you to pick one of the new words and describe it, talk about it, show the meaning of it in this box, fill the space. And then for the reading, again, you'll get the paper copy in class. This tells you which pages you need to read. So everyone should read these first 2 for sure, so pages 24 through 43, but ideally you'll get all the way through 61 if you can. And then if you really have extra time and want to do more, there's a bonus. This week, it's a short time frame, so you might not get to that, but some weeks you might want to. So as you read, you'll circle here which ones do you finish, and then you'll take notes here. What are the big ideas from the reading? What were new ideas to you or new concepts? And then reflect. What does the reading and the other work from this week, like the vocab, make you think about? What questions and ideas can you bring to our seminar discussion on Monday? So, in our first seminar on Monday, it will be focused around this reading from This Book is Anti-Racist by Tiffany Jewell. So have this well filled out by the time you come to class on Monday or by the end of DEAR, so that you can contribute. And then after the discussion on Monday, you'll have time to score yourself on how you did in the seminar. Tell me how you listened. Tell me how you spoke, if you speak, and rate your participation: bad, okay, good, or awesome. And then you're also going to reflect on how your notebook work went. Did you do it all? Did you slack off? Did you write some amazing deep thoughts? What happened? And then you're going to score your overall week. So, thinking about this work tracker and all the different things we did, how would you score yourself for the week? So, exceptional, like you knocked it all out of the park, advanced, intermediate, basic, partial. And so, there's some numbers there that kind of correspond to our grading scale that should be getting familiar to you. And so give yourself a score. You just initial in one of the boxes. So, like my initials would be JK. So, think about what your initials are. And then I'll look at this and I might chime in sometimes on what I think you got. But you're scoring for the weekly something. It's 20 points formative. So, it's worth about 5 typical formative assignments because it is a week's worth of work. And so that will be scored more on, are you filling this out completely and honestly? So please be honest here. If you have a bad week, that doesn't mean that your weekly something will get a low score. Although, if you have a bad week, it's possible you didn't complete this, and then that would impact your weekly something score. Whew, so this is new. I hope this helps. Keep working with it. And I think as we go through, you'll get into the rhythm. It'll make more sense. Send me a chat or ask me in class if you have any questions. Please enjoy the weekly something.